G'day, I'm Pete. I'm the Aussie Bush Cop. In 2012 I retired from the New South Wales Police for mental health reasons, and now I get to live on this beautiful King Island where I'm a homesteader, and I'd love to share some of my stories with you. G'day, welcome to the episode today. Thanks so much for joining us. I have a story to tell you about a matter that happened in Dubbo. When I was stationed in Dubbo, there was part of Dubbo that was notorious, I guess might be the best way to put it. Geographically speaking, it covered 1/13 of the city. And in my notebook, I went through a year's worth of notebooks one time, and I worked out that there was only 2 shifts that I actually didn't go to this estate. And this estate was actually mentioned in the New South Wales State Parliament as the most violent housing estate in New South Wales. Anyway, this is where this story happened. The fire brigade officers were so reluctant to go there that they would not go there without a police escort, because in this area there was often fires, house fires, and so the fire brigade members went to this house where the house wasn't on fire, but there was a large fire in the backyard. So when the fire brigade got there just before us on this occasion, it happened in the daytime. So when we got there, the fire brigade officers put this large, you might say, campfire out in the backyard. They put it out, and some of the people that lived there took exception to that, and they weren't happy. But then we showed up. And then I think largely they went inside the house. The fire brigade captain who was there told me that just after they put the fire out, one of the people who was enjoying the fire picked up a large lump of concrete, and he described it as being as big as a basketball, and he held it up to his chest. And the suspect was on one side of the fence, the fire captain was on the other, and he intimated that he was going to throw it at the fire captain. And the fire captain moved backwards in fear. He had an immediate apprehension that he was going to be hit by this lump of concrete. And so that constitutes, even though he didn't throw it, he didn't hit him, but that constitutes the offence of common assault. Common assault covers that as well as being lightly struck. So you might imagine, or maybe I should tell you, there's a sort of general mayhem going on at this very moment. And we were standing at the front of about on the footpath area, and the fire captain and I said to the fire captain, "Do you know who it is that did that?" And he said, "No." And that's pretty much what I expected him to say. Now, at that point, I can tell you that it's pretty easy for the police to get out of that, to do nothing. So, oh, well, we don't know who it is. That's the end of the matter. But I loved locking up crooks. I loved locking up people that would be so horrible to people that were just there doing their job. And it just so happens that while I was talking to this captain, the suspect presented himself at the front door. The fire captain immediately pointed at him and said, "That's him." And from a legal point of view, that was enough for me to go and arrest him. So I then walked over. I had another police officer with me who was a probationary constable. And most of the time I worked with probationary constables because I was one of the field training officers there. So we went to the house. The suspect then went into the house. So again, unless you're wondering for legal reasons, I had a legal reason to go into the house without their permission and without a warrant. So I chased this bloke into the house, thinking to myself, this is a bit dangerous, because not only is the house full of potential combatants, because none of them were on our side, but he was running from one room to the next. And I can tell you, I was fully cognizant of the dangers therein. Nonetheless, I found him, I arrested him, And in the meantime, my partner had called for urgent assistance, so another cage truck arrived, and we took him out and put him into the cage, and I took him back to the station. I charged him with common assault. You might think sometimes some of the comments might be, well, what did this person get as a punishment? I really can't tell you. And the vast majority of the time, I wouldn't know, because it was working at Dubbo was like working in a sausage factory as far as arresting people. And I don't know what he got, but I do know that he must have pled guilty at the first available opportunity, because I never got asked to present a brief, and what happened to him I really don't know. But I was really pleased with myself for doing that. And moreover, members of the public, whether they be fire brigade captains or anybody, they need to have confidence in their police that they will do a good job in trying to find offenders. Thanks for watching. See you next time.